Hi, Gemma here from Calligraphy Gems. Today is a bit different. I am going to be showing you how I plan out my YouTube videos, and because I plan them digitally, I will be sharing my screen with you and talking you through my process. So let's get started. This video is actually inspired by a video that Lavendaire did. So I watched a video on how she organizes her YouTube content, and I started with a similar system because I was kind of all over the place with my YouTube planning. I used Word documents and it just wasn't as clean and easy to see. So I watched this video and I thought it was genius, and I love trying out a new planning system. So I jumped onto Trello, which is the system she recommended. So I will link her page down in the description so that you can watch the video. And I highly recommend checking out her content. It's always really helpful. So let's get started. I laid it out in a somewhat similar way to Lavendaire. So she would create a column which was kind of upcoming videos, and then she had I think a really good ideas column, and then an okay column or something along those lines. But I renamed them slightly. So I did a column for ideas that I definitely wanted to do, and then a column for ideas that I was less keen on, so that I can really decide where my focus should be and I could make a decision between the two. And for the upcoming ideas, I set it as quarterly, and this meant that I could kind of plan ahead and decide what content was coming up, and it helped me concentrate on my YouTube channel when I kind of knew what was coming. So I actually started using this board for 2021 as well, which is why it says January, March, but previously I had different quarters here. And my system changed in this quarter, which is why you can see that it's old videos and it hasn't been updated. So over here is a playlist column. So Lavendaire had something similar where she had like a categories playlist column where it's different playlists that you want to incorporate on your channel. Now, I obviously haven't incorporated all of these ideas on my channel. This was kind of a brainstorm for me to think about YouTube video content. And then I had an uploader column. And this was helpful because a lot of the time I have scripts on here, or I might want to refer back to something that is in these old videos. And this uploaded column also meant that I kind of got the satisfaction of knowing how many videos I'd done for that year, rather than archiving them and not being able to see them again. And then what else? Yeah, I had this milestones column. Let me shift my face out of the way. So YouTube growth isn't always quick. It's definitely not been quick for me. And I think if I had only been recording my milestone as subscriber count, I would be very disappointed and I probably would have given up by now. What I did instead was I had a views total, views on a single video. I did track subscribers, but then also number of videos. And number of videos really helped me feel more in control, because I can't necessarily control these things, but I can control the number of videos that I created. So if I go into this, you'll see that I have 1 video, 10 videos, 25, etc. So this was kind of how I laid out my YouTube planning system for 2019 and 2020. So actually, maybe I've been using this system for, maybe around 2.5 years, but it looks slightly different for 2021, which I'll go into in a minute. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Okay, so for those that are unfamiliar with Trello, let me just briefly explain what it looks like. So you get these things called boards, which is basically the whole page. It includes all the content on here. And then you get lists, and then you get individual cards, which are these things here. So I would put YouTube ideas on cards and have them in these two columns. In the individual card, if I can click on this, description. Quite often I would write just the idea here, and then once I got more experience, I would not when I got more experience, but when I had more of an idea, I would create a script in that description area. So maybe let's look at so this one, for example, you can see I have a big script here. I had checklists, which you can also do on cards, and then you can also add labels. So I split these into categories, so that's how I could quickly see when I was glancing over at the definitely column which categories these were in. So I had lettering, which is also calligraphy, productivity, card making, etc., just a variety of things that I wanted to include on my channel. And you can also include a due date. So I would use this to kind of plan out what I was releasing and in which week. And you can invite members, so you can share your Trello content with other people. I didn't tend to do that very often because I do all my YouTube stuff basically. And is there anything else? I think that's everything basically in terms of Trello itself. I might do a more detailed look into Trello separately if it's something you're interested in. But one of the reasons why I like Trello is that it's really user-friendly. I've been using it for years. You can easily move cards about, you can move lists about easily, and you can easily, just make it flexible and make it work for you. So in 2021, I shifted my system to something else because in 2020, you can see I had to scroll down quite a bit to actually be able to see my videos. And it kind of left my brain a bit scrambled at times because I didn't have a clear picture of all of the ideas that I had, and it made it more difficult to plan what I wanted to do next. So when I moved over to 2021, I thought it would be a good idea to set up a new board and try out a new layout. So I have my quarterly column, which you can see here. I'm almost at the end of September. You can see that this is this video here. But then I broke it down into categories. And the reason why I did this is so that I could see the content much more easily. So I have learning and improving calligraphy, calligraphy business, creating with calligraphy journaling, stationery reviews, and personal. So I still have to scroll over slightly to see everything, but on the whole, it's so much easier to see what's going on, and it's just a nicer experience to use. So I definitely see myself carrying this system on into 2022. I still keep the labels though, because it's still quite nice to see at a glance what's where. And there's some things that could be multiple categories. So for example, green is calligraphy, orange is card making. This dark blue, I've made a collaboration. So you can see here, this one is multiple categories. I still have the milestones, playlists, and then uploaded. So it's mainly these columns here where I can see the video ideas themselves that I have changed it for 2021. But I have, I've shaken up the checklist that I feature on videos. So a mistake I think I was making in my business is that I would brainstorm ideas for my YouTube channel and brainstorm ideas for my blogs, but they were out of sync and it was almost double the effort because I was putting all this time into, creating blog posts and creating YouTube videos, but they could bounce off each other and I should have been promoting them more proactively. So this is kind of a reminder to me to utilize the content for both a YouTube video and a blog post, but also to promote it in the ways I have access to. So on my Instagram, in my Facebook group, on my Facebook page, and try to use Pinterest as well to promote the videos in different ways. So this is something I've incorporated in the last couple of months, and it's just a helpful prompt. It's a good reminder for me to make more use of content. And then, yeah, I have the script here. I feel like there was something else I wanted to cover. Yes, so in terms of actually brainstorming ideas, these ideas just tend to come to me, and they may be from like pain points as a calligrapher or business owner, just something creative that I like to do, or yeah, I get these ideas from a mix of places. But one reason why I love Trello is because not only does it have a desktop app, but it has a mobile app as well. So, scrolling the wrong way because I'm viewing myself backwards. So whenever an idea comes up in my head, I usually have my phone to hand, and it means that I can keep a record of all these ideas. And every few months I come on here and essentially have a clear out of ideas that I no longer think are interesting, or I just can't see myself doing them. And yes, so in terms of what they're named, I tend to name them not necessarily fully what the content represents, but what I imagine the title of the video to be. And if I can't think of a title, then I'll kind of try to sum it up. So for example, this is kind of not clickbaity, but it's kind of an eye-catching video title idea, which is why I've labeled it that rather than just what I've spent on calligraphy, for example. So something that I try to do is shake up what videos come out each month. So you can see here I have a journaling and stationery review video. Then I have a calligraphy business and collab video, and then a productivity video. And the reason why I did this is because I didn't want people just interested in journaling, subscribing, because I've released loads of journaling content, and then the next month I'm creating loads of calligraphy content. I kind of wanted to showcase who I am and what I want my channel to reflect. But I don't know if this is the best strategy. I probably should niche down even more, but these are kind of the avenues that I'm really passionate about and want to keep showing. So I will keep showing them for now, and maybe in the future I'll do more keyword research rather than just going off my intuition. Something I would be interested in hearing from you if you're watching is, 1, do any of these ideas catch your eye and you would like to see them? And 2, what general category of video you like? Because at the minute I'm just kind of creating what I want to create, and I still obviously want to create what I want to create, but I would be interested to know what content my viewers specifically want to see. And I think that's everything for today's video. So I hope you found this video helpful. It was quite interesting to share my ideas with you. Let me know what you would like to see in the future. And thank you very much for watching. Bye.